Alright, so for the review, we have 4 main topics, which is inverse function, domain and range, function transformation, and solving for system. Okay, so first let's review about inverse function. So the notation for inverse function is they're gonna give you a function and then they ask you f to the negative 1x. Every time you see the negative 1 on top, it means inverse function. Okay, so for inverse, the negative 1 right here means inverse. And what we do for inverse is we're gonna switch x and y. Okay, so that will be a first step. So the f of x right now, f of x is just fancy y. So after we switch, it's just gonna become x equals. And then the 1/3 x minus 2 over 3 becomes 1/3 y minus 2 over 3. Okay, so to solve for inverse function means solving for y. What we do is we're gonna add to solve for y right here. So we're gonna add 2 over 3 on both sides. Okay, so that you can get everything away from y. Here we have x plus 2 over 3 equals, right here, since we already cancel this one out because it becomes 0, we have 1/3 of y left. Okay, so at this point, to solve for y, we just divide both sides by 1 over 3. So once you divide, you're gonna have x divided by 1 over 3 and then plus 2 over 3 divided by 1 over 3. Okay, so on the left side we have this. When you plug in the calculator, make sure you put them correctly. So right here, the x, right now it doesn't have any number, but when you put them in, you're gonna put 1. Okay, so in the calculator, you put 1, which is the coefficient here, over 1 over 3. So to put that, to avoid mistake, you're gonna hit divide, and then you type in the function 1 over 3. Okay, press enter when you're done. You're gonna have 3. And remember, you divide the x, so you're gonna have 3x. 2/3 divided by 1/3. Same thing, you might use a calculator to help you, and you're gonna have equals 2. Now the right side right here, since you divide to get y by itself, so your final answer is just 3x plus 2. Okay, y equals 3x plus 2. In this case, we select our answer, which is B. Alright, this is how you do it by hand. Now for this problem, mstramdo will show you how to do it by calculator. Okay, so I would say this calculator method is faster. It can be a tool for you to check your work, or if you don't know how to do by hand, you might use this way. Okay, so again, this means inverse, and inverse means we're gonna switch x and y. So this left side become x equals 1/5. The x become the y, and everything else stay the same. Okay, 4 over 5. So now what we do next is we're gonna graph this one in our calculator, and then we're gonna hit delete relation so we can plug them in. Okay, so notice that this is the only one that you change. And then what we do next after we graph them is we're gonna put each of these in the calculator, the same graph, and we're gonna match. So all of these, since they're already in inverse function form, we're gonna enter y equals. Okay, so our job is to match this function with any of these 4. Okay, so let's put them in. So you turn on your calculator, go to graph, click on it, and then you see right here, you need to enter x equals. So you're gonna hit delete and choose number 6, relation, and then start typing in the equation exactly like that. So x equals, okay, so this is when I type it in. What I forgot is to change this one into y, so make sure you be careful with that. Once I have x, once I have y, and then press enter when you're done. So this is the function, inverse function, right? So next we're gonna hit tab so we can enter the answer choices. the answer choices should begin with y equals. So type it in exactly like that. 1 over 5 x plus 4. Okay, so this one you see it doesn't match with our inverse function, therefore it's not the answer. Okay, so what I do next is I'm gonna hit double click on that one and delete this. I'm gonna start typing the next one in. So the next one I'm typing is 5x plus 4. Okay, y equals 5x plus 4. Oh, so this line is go over our inverse function, therefore they are the answer. So my answer on here is going to be D. Okay, the inverse function of 1 over 5x minus 4 over 5 is 5x plus 4. Okay, so I show you two ways: by calculator, grab the least relation and match with the answer, or doing by hand, switch x and y, solve for y. Okay, whatever way that works for you, you can do that. In the next video, we're gonna talk about domain and range. See ya.